Hey romance readers, it's me Linda back again with another video. Welcome back to AdoreR. I hope everyone's having a great day today. I'm back with part 2 of my is it hot and steamy, or I don't forget what I put on my title there, but I'm gonna call this segment hot and steamy. I'm still doing romances that have a lot of sexual content in it, so I'm doing my warning, my disclaimer. If you do not like a lot of sexual content in your novel, this video is not for you. So I'll see you next time on another video of mine. But this one is going to be hot and steamy, so let's get started. First up, I have a book by Beth Kery called Wicked Burn. I really enjoyed this book, and I like Beth Kery. I have another book by her too, if I want to recommend. So the first one is Wicked Burn. Beth Kery. Have any of you read this? I'll read a little bit of the back of it. Vic Savian knows what he wants when he sees it. And what he wants is his sexy neighbor, Nell Chandler. When he finds her in the hallway of their building being harassed by an aggressive suitor, Vic steps in and finds himself greatly rewarded. Sleeping with her gorgeous neighbor when she didn't even know his last name. Yeah, she didn't even know his last name, people. Is the craziest thing Nell ever done. Now she can't seem to get enough of Vic or the uninhibited passion he stirs in her. So if you haven't read Wicked Burn, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. And if you did read it, comment below. Was it a thumbs up, thumbs down for you? Let me know. Wicked Burn, Beth Kery. Next up, this one was my favorite of hers, Beth Kery. Daring Time by Beth Kery. This is a kind of like a time travel, and I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. Check it out if you haven't read it. I'll read a little bit of this. Chicago detective. Now you know why I like it, because we got a detective up in here. Ryan Dare has many secrets, a love for Shakespeare, and an appreciation of all the finer things in life, and an absolute lack of restraint in the bedroom. Now he has an even bigger secret. In every shifting shadow of the sprawling mansion he's recently inherited, he can see her, tempting, ethereal, I'm gonna skip that word, and untouchable. Hope Stillwater inhabited the mansion in 1906, and now, Hope Stillwater inhabited the mansion in 1906, and now raw desire has formed a conduit between these two passionate souls, separated by the barrier of time. A conduit formed by passion. Okay, but the book was good. It's Daring Time by Beth Kery. If you haven't read this, check it out. I highly recommend it. Next, I have two books. These two are by author Kate Pearce. Have any of you read her? Simply Wicked. I think she had a series, but they the Aphrodisiac series, I think it was, but it wasn't about the same character. Each book had its own different hero and heroine. And this is Simply Wicked, Kate Pearce. These are the only two that I kept out of the series. I think these are the only two that I bought. Simply Wicked, Kate Pearce, and I'll read you a little bit of this. Anthony, I don't know about his last name, so I'm just gonna call him Anthony. Anthony S. How about that? Anthony S.'s only rule in life is not to have any, especially when pleasures of the flesh are involved. But his dark sexual pursuits have led him down a treacherous path that may cost him his fortune if he doesn't end his recklessness and wed. His salvation comes in the form of Marguerite Lockwood. Just one day in Marguerite's presence, leave Anthony lusting after her and fantasizing about all the ways he can bring her to new heights of delirious, scorching ecstasy. Simply Wicked, Kate Pearce. I really enjoyed this book. So check it out. If you've read it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. If not, check it out. If you like books that have you know, a little bit of hot and spicy going on. Simply Wicked, Kate Pearce. And last book I'm going to recommend is also by Kate Pearce. It's Simply Forbidden. And I'll read a little bit of this. With an unconventional upbringing and a reputation as a shameless flirt, Lisette Delaunay Ross is not your typical young lady of the ton. Unlike her peers, she is not afraid to follow her desires, and what she desires is Major Lord Gabriel Swanfield. So if you haven't checked this one out, check it out. Simply Forbidden by Kate Pearce. I like both of these authors, Kate Pearce and Beth Kery. They're both good writers. They write an excellent story. Daring Time and Wicked Burn by Beth Kery. And Simply Wicked and Simply Forbidden by Kate Pearce. And I have some more books here. I haven't read those. These just going to be on my tip. I forgot to mention I'm going to do a TBR too. And these are also hot and spicy books. First up is Meredith Wild. This is her series. I read the first 3 books. I think I mentioned before, why do authors do 5 books on the same couple? I do not understand it. Because after the 3rd book, she lost me. I've had these last 2 books. I haven't read them yet. They just sitting here because I don't know. I just couldn't get into it anymore. So I'm still trying to read these last 2 books. Because I read the first book. It was Hardwired. The second book was Hard Pressed. And the 3rd book was Hard Line. And I just could not, after that 3rd book, I don't know, was it the hero that was getting on my nerve? I don't know. So I've had these books right here for the last couple of months. So I just thought I'll share them with you. They're on my TBR pile. So I am going to try to read them, but I don't think this series is going to be a keeper for me. I might do a giveaway of this whole series. I don't know, but stay tuned because it didn't do it for me. But these 2 are on my to be read list. Hard Love and Hard Limit. I'll read a little bit of the back of one of these. Which one is this? Is this book? This is book 5. I'll read book 4. I'll read a little bit of the synopsis of book 4. Days after so I guess they finally get married. Days after their wedding, Blake and Erica Landon embarks on their honeymoon, a journey that deepens their bond and promises to fade the scars of their past. Just when their troubles seem safely behind them, scandals surrounding would-be Governor Daniel Fitzgerald's election threaten their newfound peace. Back home, Blake finds himself at the center of the controversy, haunted by the transgression of his hacker past that he has no wish to relive. So he's a hacker, and she also is dealing with computers. I'm sorry, because I think she went to school for computers or learning about the technology. And he owns and he used to be a hacker, and I think he turned that into a multi-millionaire. Of course, you know I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's a millionaire. He's one of them, or both of them at the same time. Can you be both a billionaire and a millionaire at the same time? You skip a millionaire and go on to a billionaire. He one of them. So it's Hard Limit, Hard Love. And let me know if you read this. Let me know what you thought about it. Were you able to get through the whole 5 books? Let me know, because I stopped at 3 people. I don't know. And I didn't mention it as one of my keepers because I didn't mention it on here. The other 3 books I didn't go over on my channel because I don't think those are going to be a keeper for me. Next up I have on my TBR list is Release Me by Jay Kenner. I'll read a little bit of this. Damien Stark could have his way with any woman. He was sexy, confident, and commanding. Anything he wanted, he got, and what he wanted was me. And I hate books that I don't know, it's just, and what he wanted was me. Who are you? She didn't even give it a name or nothing. Our attraction was unmistakable, almost beyond control, but as much as I ached to be his, I feared the pressures of his demand. Submitting to Damien meant I had to bear the darkest truth about my past and risk breaking us apart. Now, I don't know who she is. It don't even say her name on here. And what he wanted was me. Who are you? I'm just moving on. I'm Moving on. Next I have Reaper's Vow, and this is by Sarah McCarty. I think I mentioned her in my last video. I had some books by her, and I got this from the dollar store. I had seen this series by her, and I had read a little bit of it, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. This is kind of like a paranormal, the Shadow Reapers. I think they shift shaped or something, and I was like, I don't know. So I didn't get it, but when I saw it at the dollar store for $1, and it looked like it was just like, hey, buy me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. And I think my sister said she read, I think I mentioned before that my sister liked paranormal. I'll read a little bit of this. A breed of werewolf soldiers, engineered to kill on command, the Shadow Reapers went rogue at the end of the Civil War. Now exacting justice by their own code, they long to feel human as they contain the beast within. So yeah, they're shapeshifter. And it's Reaper's Vow, the Shadow Reaper series. Gotta give that a try. And next I got another book here by Beth Kery, Paradise Rules. And I don't know about this cover, it needs help. I'll read a little bit of this. Lana Rodriguez grew up let me start over. That's so messed up. Lana Rodriguez grew up along Hawaii's crystal blue shores, but for her, the picture-perfect paradise disguises the bitter truth she escaped years ago, and not without emotional scars. Now a successful blues singer, Lana's returning to Waikiki to control her own destiny when it comes to men's romance and sex. This time is on her terms. Jason Cowell is every woman's dream, while Lana would like to keep her distance. The passion is just too hot to ignore, even if Jason does make all the rules on the island and in the bedroom. So this is Paradise Rules by Beth Kery. Paradise Rules. And last but not least, I bought this book because this was like a steampunk novel. Because I've been trying to get into the steampunk romance novels. And this by Cari Silverwood. And I like this cover too. I like all the clockwork stuff going on in it. Cari Silverwood, Undomiel. And I'll read a little bit of this. Raised from childhood as an assassin, Claire finds her world knocked off kilter when Theo Cavadas, a rich, they got to be rich, ex-Air Corps nobleman, rescues her from an airship crash. Being a soldier of a hostile nation, she cannot reveal her identity. But Theo sinks his steely, dumb fingers into her heart and soul, showing her the pleasures to be found in surrendering to his touch. And so this is Undomiel, Cari Silverwood. I hope it's good. I hope all of these are good. So this is Undomiel, Cari Silverwood, Beth Kery, Paradise Rules, Sarah McCarty, Reaper's Vow, the Shadow Reaper series, Release Me by Jay Kenner. And the last two is by Meredith, Wild Heart Limit and Hard Love. Have any of you read any of these? Let me know if you read any of these, because these are in my to be read pile. I haven't read any of those yet. So if you've read any of those, let me know what you thought about them. Did you give them a thumbs up? Thumbs down? Let me know. Alright, that's all I have for you today. I'll see all of you next week. So, have a great evening. Keep reading those romances. Bye-bye.